Maximilian Marterer has made a great start in Buenos Aires, defeating a qualifier Facundo Bagnis 6-4, 6-2 in 67 minutes for the third win of the season. The German lost just 10 points in 9 service games, never facing a breakpoint and keeping the pressure on his rival all the time. Bagnis couldn't find the rhythm behind the first serve and he suffered 3 breaks from 6 chances offered to Marterer, who had the upper hand from the baseline, controlling both the pace and the scoreboard, to reach the second round safely. Maximilian earned a break in the third game after a forehand error from Facundo, and he sailed through his service games for a 6-4, closing the opener with 4 winners in Game 10. A forehand down-the-line winner pushed Marterer in front at the beginning of the second set, and he increased the lead to 3-0 with another break in Game 3, enough to seal the deal with a beautiful backhand winner in Game 8 for a one-sided triumph in the place-in. He last 16, the struggling Spaniard Albert Ramos Vinolas could drop out from the top 100 for the first time since June 2014 without a good result here, and he is through to the second round with a 6-3, 6-4 triumph over a qualifier Jarry Dutra Silva in an hour and 37 minutes. Ramos Vinolas repelled 5 out of 6 breakpoints, and he converted 3 chances on the return from 13 he created to bring the match home in straight sets. They traded breaks in the middle of the first set before the Spaniard grabbed another one at 5-3, closing the set with a hold at love in Game 9. A break of serve at 1-1 was enough for him to control set number 2, saving 2 break points while serving for the match at 5-4 to clinch a much-needed win and advance into the next round. A qualifier Lorenzo Sonego toppled the 6th seed Nicolas Jarry 6-7, 6-4, 6-3 in 2 hours and 26 minutes, serving well and outplaying the Chilean in the last 2 sets for his 7th ATP win. Nicolas couldn't find free points, and he struggled after missing the first serve, facing 12 break points and getting broken thrice to push Sonego over the finish line. In the match of the day, Garin took down an 18-year-old Felix Auger-Aliassime 3-6, 7-5, 6-3 in 2 hours and 19 minutes for the 12th ATP win in a career. As was expected, it was a very close battle between promising youngsters, and it was the more experienced of the two who grabbed the victory in the end, winning 3 points more than Felix and prevailing with 2 breaks in the decider. Auger-Aliassime scored 5 breaks, but that wasn't enough to send him over the finish line, having to play against 18 break points and losing serve 6 times to stay empty-handed. The Canadian opened the match with a double fault that gave Garin an instant break, but he pulled it back in Game 4 after a deep return that Christian failed to master. The Chilean sprayed a forehand error in Game 6 to get broken for the second time, and Felix had the opener in his hands with a hold at 15 in Game 9 for a 6-3. The second set kicked off with 4 straight breaks, and Auger-Aliassime was 2 points away from the finish line when he reached a deuce at 5-4. Garin stayed focused, though, bringing the game home and breaking the youngster in Game 12 when Felix netted a forehand to take the set 7-5 and force a decider. They traded breaks in Games 3 and 4 in set number 3 before Auger-Aliassime faced 5 break points in Game 8. He saved the first 4 to stay in contention, but Garin seized the 5th after a costly double fault from the Canadian, moving 5-3 up and clinching the triumph with a service winner in the following game to prevail and move into the last 16.